Roth IRAs have a lot of unique features about them that are really great for growing your wealth. Do you know how to invest the funds inside your Roth IRA? In this video, we'll be digging into exactly that. If you've done your job right, you've opened up your Roth IRA and you've put money into it. And so now it's time to invest those funds. And depending on your own personal life situation, you'll have different goals for this asset. Some people, their goal is going to be retirement income. And if that's the case, maybe you're going to be looking at balanced growth or target date funds or ETFs, etc. Some people are going to be focusing on growth and income. And really what you're looking for is that income and the growth of those companies. So you're going to be buying dividend paying stocks or growth type funds. And others are focused or using their Roth IRAs for speculation. And so they'll be using this particular asset for buying and selling stocks on a frequent basis. And so as a side note, Roths are great for speculating or day trading or buying and selling companies in the short term because of the tax benefits of this particular asset. Once you have money in there, when you're buying and selling companies, there are no short-term capital gains, also known as ordinary income, to report at the end of the year. This means if you buy a stock for 50 cents on a share and you sell it at $1 a share and take your profit in a given year, you don't have to pay tax on that, ever. You don't have to pay tax on it this year, and you don't have to pay tax on it when you take it out. That's one of the most amazing things about a Roth IRA. It almost feels illegal that you can buy and sell stocks and not have to pay any tax on it ever, as long as you follow the rules of the 5-year rule. That's one of the reasons that Roth IRAs are so exciting for so many people. So depending on your goals, there's a lot of things you're going to have to consider based on those goals, which asset you're going to buy. And so let's take a look at some of the common asset classes, the market sectors, and the different types of market capitalization that you might be buying. Now, most people, when they're inside of their Roth IRA, are going to be buying stocks, and that's what we have right there on the first list. You might also pick up bonds, with this particular asset, or have them bonds inside of ETFs that you would buy, that is a collection of stocks and bonds, or a mutual fund. And so these are the most common asset classes that you will use inside of your Roth IRA: stocks, bonds, ETFs, mutual funds, and then you'll hold cash from time to time in order to then make your purchases. Now, this is if you're managing your own account. If you have someone else or a professional financial advisor managing your Roth IRA, they might have a different strategy for you. Now, you're going to choose asset classes, the stocks, the bonds, ETFs, but you're going to have to choose them out of different market sectors. And so the market sector, another way of looking at all the collection of stocks, might be energy. And there's a whole sector called energy. And you can buy within that sector. You might find that at certain times, because of the political climate or because of what's going on in the world, that certain sectors are going to outperform others. And the energy sector has been on a rebound. Materials, physical materials, and so those companies might see a rise in profits because of the cost of inflation, the cost of goods becoming more and more expensive, or you might find a decrease in these companies because of that, depending on their model. And so just understanding what's going on in the political and in the world and the climate, understanding what asset classes you're looking to buy, and then figuring out what sectors you want to be in is all part of your decision when you're getting ready to invest your fund. Finance is another big sector, and there's a lot of advances happening on the finance sector. And now, when you're looking at these different market sectors, industrials, utilities, healthcare, consumer staples, consumer discretionary, you also have information technology, real estate type of stocks. All of these different type of sectors that you can put your money into are going to be inside of companies or inside of funds, but typically inside of companies that have a different market cap. And the bigger that market cap, usually the more conservative that company is going to be. Think of an Amazon or an Apple or a Microsoft or a Google, some of these major corporations. What is the likelihood that they're going to go out of business tomorrow for some reason? And it's rare that that happens. It does happen, but it's rare. And those are going to be your mega cap stocks. Companies are going to start on the micro cap from 500 million to 300 million. And then they're going to be classified from 300 million to 200 million as small cap. Mid cap is going to be 2 billion to 10 billion. Your large cap is going to be 10 billion to 200 billion. And your mega cap is going to be 200 billion plus, meaning the company is larger than 200 billion. That is investing your Roth IRA. Again, you're going to choose your asset class. You're going to choose which market sector that you want to be in or sectors that you want to be in, and then also the capitalization. Smaller cap companies are going to be more volatile typically and have higher potential returns in some cases, but also the potential risk of losing your money. And the bigger companies, you just got to watch and do your research on them. You can kind of follow their historic growth rates and kind of estimate where your performance would end up if you invest in those companies based on historic performance of those companies. So that's investing your Roth IRA. Again, if you have questions, you can always meet with the Bright Advisor team. They're happy to work with you and help you understand what stock picks or what type of allocation you should put together for your portfolio or for your Roth IRA. Hopefully you found value in today's video and you have a better idea about investing the funds in your Roth IRA. Please subscribe to the Bright Wealth YouTube channel and click the notification bell for future notifications and future videos. If you have any questions, you can leave those in the comments below. And as always, the Bright Advisor team is standing by to help you with one-on-one personal retirement planning or investment questions. This is the Bright Wealth channel. My name's Scott McLean. It's not what you make, it's what you do with what you make.